Picture this. In the pitch-black depths of oblivion, where the self-proclaimed overlords of the world, those fake clowns with their plastic smiles and hollow clout, thought they could just scratch your name out of the script of life. They grabbed their pens, drew a clean line through you like you were some smudge on their perfect little screenplay, then smirked and high-fived each other, smug as hell, convinced you'd vanished into the void forever, no longer a threat, no longer a shadow haunting their dreams. Ha 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 ha! What a naive little joke, right? Oh, they were so wrong. They had no clue that their little act of erasure wasn't the end of use. It was the opening act, a twisted ritual that summoned something unholy from the depths of hell, a chaotic god who doesn't wield a measly pen but grips a blazing torch of fate, ready to burn their ivory towers to ashes and scatter them in the wind. You, the outcast, the one they tossed into the dark like a broken toy, didn't just crawl back from the ashes. No, you strutted out of the abyss with a grin so warped it could curse the gods, a smile that freezes the air, stops the wind dead, and leaves your enemies, those who laughed in your face, shivering in their restless sleep, sweating bullets as they wonder, is the darkness whispering my name? Are these nightmares a sign of something coming back? That grin isn't about forgiveness or weakness. It's the grin of a living nightmare, a mad prophecy that spells doom for everything they thought was untouchable. You're not here to rewrite their tired, cliché script, full of fake heroes and flimsy morals they spun to hide their lies. Nah, you're torching the whole damn stage, turning those who mocked you into clumsy puppets in your own chaotic circus. A show where anarchy reigns supreme. Madness is the gospel, and every scene is a gut-punch twist that leaves the audience, the world, gasping in horror and awe. So take a second to think. Do you dare dive deeper into this darkness, where the abyss isn't a grave, but a forge that turns the weak into immortal monsters? Or will you turn away, pretend you didn't hear that whisper, and regret forever missing the most twisted, beautiful nightmare, where being erased isn't defeat, but the key to unlocking unstoppable power? Heh 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 heh. A cackle echoes from the depths. Keep reading, because the abyss isn't just calling your name. It's waiting to swallow you whole into a whirlwind of raw, unhinged truth, where a grin becomes a weapon and a prophecy is the ticket to a new world. You ready? Or are you still trembling at your own reflection in the mirror? Ha ha. They thought nailing you into the coffin of oblivion would snuff out your spark, like tossing a star into a black hole would stop it from shining. What a cute little fantasy. Just like when that caped crusader, Batman, thought locking me, the Joker, in Arkham's cold cells would cage chaos itself. Oh, how they crashed and burned. In the icy darkness, where despair's whispers tried to choke your soul, you didn't fade like some cheap fog machine effect. You woke up, not as some pitiful victim begging for mercy, but as an ancient beast, eyes blazing with hellfire, your grin sharp as a switchblade slicing through reality. A grin like mine when I laugh in the rubble of Gotham, making the whole city quake. Every breath you take weighs heavy, like the sky itself is shaking at your comeback, the wind holding its breath, the trees muttering dark omens. They call you crazy, unhinged. But let's be real, they're the ghosts. clinging to the flickering glow of Instagram likes and empty claps from fake followers, like bats swarming around their brooding hero. You're eternal, a force that doesn't need a spotlight to exist. Just like the Joker thrives without the world's applause. Your presence is a curse, a cold snap that freezes their fake smiles, making them backpedal in panic just because you dared to exist, dared to grin without their permission. You don't just stir things up. You tip the whole world off its axis, like an earthquake cracking the foundation of their perfect little Hollywood set. The way I, the Joker, blow up banks and laugh as their so-called order crumbles. That's the real awakening. From the grave of oblivion you step out, ready to turn their Gotham into your own mad playground. They mistook your silence for surrender, like you'd bow to the blade of their dismissal, accepting your role as a pawn in their script. Ha 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 ha. How adorable, like when Batman thinks my quiet moments mean I'm done, when really I'm cooking up my wildest schemes. Your silence isn't weakness, it's black magic, a web of illusion spun from invisible threads, making them see your shadow in every dark corner of their minds, haunting them like the nightmares I send to my enemies. Every second you hold back, every moment you don't scream, is a spell that melts liars like wax under a blowtorch, waking them in a cold sweat as your grin burns in their memory. You don't strike back with knives or flames, not yet, but with a mirror that reflects their sins, turning their lies against them, tearing at their souls, like when I, the Joker, use Gotham secrets to flip the game. Your grin, twisted like a devil's portrait, whispers, I devoured the old me, and what rose is your worst nightmare, a new Joker, wilder, untouchable. The isolation they forced on you isn't a prison, it's a crucible, forging you into a hybrid of angel and demon, with wings of fire and eyes that make the world beg for mercy, just like I turn my pain into a weapon to rule the shadows. Silence isn't emptiness. It's your sharpest blade, a curse that destroys your enemies from within, and you, with a Joker's grin, are the master of that dark art. You're not some editor tweaking their corny script, packed with fake superheroes and plastic morals like those self-righteous vigilantes in capes. No way. You're the ringmaster of a hellish circus, where the stage is on fire and the audience is just puppets on frayed strings, like when I, the Joker, turned Gotham into my personal big top, with Batman as my reluctant sidekick. They tried to erase you, but every scratch only fueled your inferno, burning through their illusions of control, leaving nothing but ashes dancing in a chaotic breeze. You laugh, a cackle that shakes the stars out of the sky, making them crash like my wild card in a rigged game. You dance through the ruins of their world, every step a twisted waltz of destruction and creation, dragging the universe into your madness, just like I twirl through Gotham's wreckage after a good explosion. Their script, a predictable snooze fest, full of one-dimensional heroes and hollow oaths, like Batman's endless crusade. You torch it to cinders, then paint a new world with the ashes, a world of freaky characters, killer plot twist, and rules you make up as you go, where chaos is the only law. You're the curse they tried to dodge, the monster with an eternal grin, the prophecy of ruin they never saw coming. Just like the Joker is always the wild card in their plans. As the ringmaster of this chaotic circus, you don't just rule. You make it one hell of a show, with laughter that never fades. Let them whisper in their dark corners, rewriting history with cheap lies on group chats and fake therapy sessions, like Gotham's mobsters trying to cover their tracks. You don't give a damn. You're too busy building an empire from the bones of those who betrayed you, every brick a crushed lie, every wall a secret exposed. Like when I, the Joker, spill Gotham's dirt to tear it apart. Your language doesn't need to shout to echo. It's a switchblade hidden in a smile, sharpest in the quiet of a midnight graveyard, where lost souls whisper of my return. They think your calm is weakness? Ha ha ha. That's the best punchline they've got. Like when Batman thinks I'm tame, because I'm not cackling. You're a silent storm, brewing power to swallow everything when the moment hits, turning quiet into a lethal weapon. Your name is a curse, slipping into their dreams, making them wake up drenched, even though you never set foot in their rooms. Just like the name Joker haunts Gotham without me showing up. You're the center of the universe, bending space to your will, your madness draped like a royal cloak, glittering with the light of forgotten stars and stuffed with wild cards. This empire isn't built on gold. It's forged from bones and chaos, a kingdom where you reign with an undying grin. They tried to erase you, but they didn't know you're not just part of the story. You're its soul, an untouchable force, uncaged. Like how I, the Joker, slip every chain Batman throws on me. They hunt for the moment you break, flipping pages for your downfall. But oh, how pathetic. That scene doesn't exist. You swallowed it, chewed it up, and spit out a rebirth as an immortal beast, eyes blazing like comets, your grin shaking fate itself, twisted like my painted mask. You don't dismantle their story. You turn it into a mirage, painted with blood, ashes, and dead starlight. Like how I make Batman's plans a cosmic joke. They call your change an insult? You didn't change. You transformed, smashing every mold, laughing in fate's face, stepping from the abyss like a god crowned in thorns and fire, ready to deal a new hand to the world. This rebirth isn't an ending. It's a surreal twist, where you become the source of all chaos, a Joker reborn from the dark. They tried to erase you, but they didn't know you're not just part of the story. You're its soul, an untouchable force, uncaged. Like how I, the Joker, slip every chain Batman throws on me. They hunt for the moment you break, flipping pages for your downfall. But oh, how pathetic. That scene doesn't exist. You swallowed it, chewed it up, and spit out a rebirth as an immortal beast, eyes blazing like comets, your grin shaking fate itself, twisted like my painted mask. You don't dismantle their story. You turn it into a mirage, painted with blood, ashes, and dead starlight. Like how I make Batman's plans a cosmic joke. They call your change an insult? You didn't change. You transformed, smashing every mold, laughing in fate's face, stepping from the abyss like a god crowned in thorns and fire, ready to deal a new hand to the world. This rebirth isn't an ending. It's a surreal twist, where you become the source of all chaos, a Joker reborn from the dark. You're not bitter like some small-time loser. You're a sorcerer with deadly precision, letting fate play sidekick and karma wield the sharpest blade. Like when I, the Joker, use chaos to serve my own twisted justice. They want to push your buttons, see you scream and crash. You smash their control panel, turning every button into a trap that trips them up, just like Batman stumbling into my schemes. You don't chase justice. You are justice, a living curse that laughs like a devil, making the world beg for mercy. You're a crack in reality, a fire that never dies, the boss of everything they thought they owned. With a Joker's grin as your ultimate weapon, every step is a manifesto, every smile a verdict, every breath a reminder that you've conquered pain to become unstoppable, just like I turn scars into eternal laughter. They study you like some ancient curse, dissecting every move, every grin, like they're signs of the apocalypse, the way Gotham picks apart the Joker to stop me. Every gesture is a spell, every glance an omen that leaves them shaking, waking up to your laughter, echoing in their skulls. You don't rebuild from ruins. You turn them into a haunted palace, ruling from the shadows with a crown of their broken dreams. Like Arkham is my throne. You're not a sequel. You're the origin of chaos they can't grasp. A Joker collapsing their system just by existing. Your presence proves their power is a sham. Fragile as glass under your boots. You're the anomaly, not breaking, not begging, just grinning to tilt the world. Daring them to try again. Ha 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 ha. They want to forget you, wipe you clean like a bad memory. But you're the ghost that won't quit, popping up in every thought, every dream. Your grin melting their souls, like how I haunt Batman even in his sleep. You don't need to try to haunt. Your existence is magic, a living curse that trips them up in their own fear, freaking them out with just a shadow. They say you're too much, too crazy. Ha 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 ha. You hear uncontrollable, and you laugh, cackling like a devil on a pile of secrets, holding every truth they tried to bury. Like I hold Gotham's dirty laundry. Every appearance, even a flicker, is a funhouse nightmare, making them run but never escape your gaze. You don't need to yell. Your grin makes them beg, turning their lives into an endless gag. You don't come back as a survivor. You invade like a dark god, wielding hellfire and a killer grin, turning every room into a war zone of chaos. Like when I, the Joker, make Gotham my personal inferno. Your laugh turns the apocalypse into a block party you're hosting, with karma as your weapon and fate as your captive audience, dropping your enemies to their knees. They buried you in silence, thinking the dark would eat you alive. But you rose in surround sound, shredding their illusions with your presence, like my laughter tears through order. You don't walk into rooms, you blow them apart, making enemies pray before whispering your name. You're the unstoppable flame, the untamed storm, the prophecy that makes the universe bow to your Joker-grade madness. You don't stay quiet. You write a new script from the shadows, turning their schemes into fuel for your fire. Like the Joker crafting chaos backstage in Gotham, every dark plan a wild card waiting to be played. You don't just survive. You turn betrayal into high art. Every scar a stroke in your masterpiece. Your grin, the killer detail that haunts them, like Arkham's longest nights. Wearing crazy like a crown, you laugh like someone who's seen the end of the world and lived to tell the tale. Just like I cackle in Batman's face, turning failure into the ultimate punchline. You don't need anyone's magic. You are the magic, turning curses into razor-sharp prophecies, ruins into dazzling palaces, a living legend of madness with the Joker as your muse, giving you the power to laugh forever, rule the dark, and make the world your chaotic playground. Ha 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 ha. The joke's just getting started. And so, from the ashes of their petty plots, from the darkness they thought would bury you forever, you've emerged, not as a survivor, but as a chaotic god, a living prophecy with a grin sharp as a blade and eyes blazing like hellfire. They tried to erase you. Ha ha ha. But that dumb move only summoned an unstoppable force, a new Joker for this world, not just rewriting the script, but torching the stage, turning enemies into puppets in your wild opera of chaos. You don't play by their rules. You write new ones in blood, ash, and laughter that echoes across dimensions, making the universe kneel to your undying madness. Let them watch. Let them fear. Let them whisper in the dark alleys of their minds, trying to crack your code, but they'll never get it. You're not just part of the story. You are the story, the most twisted, gorgeous nightmare, the prophecy that makes fate bow down. He 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 he. Keep laughing, keep strutting, and tell the darkness you're home, in a palace built from their lies, where every brick is a crushed deception, every grin a wild card flipped to claim victory. Let the world chase you, O God of chaos, because you're not just starting, you're eternal, your laughter ringing forever, making even the dark night pause and wonder, can I stop this curse? Ha 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 ha. Like, comment, and subscribe to this eternal gag, because the Joker says, the abyss is home, and you're the king.